Also, Pranchu, how some news, if not checked and verified, can quickly lead to some other instances of violence as well. So therefore, of course, it is the responsibility of the law and order in any state and the agencies to ensure that no such action happens, that no such fake news is spread. But it is also quite clear that they very well, they want to, of course, take this as far as it goes, despite the fact that there are a lot of legal tangles as far as taking on Twitter is concerned.
Yes, that's right. See, in fact, the message from UP police is clear that they are not going to, leave this case in between, and that's the reason why they are very seriously pursuing this case. And it is already that 1 week's period of to appear before the local police in Loni station of Ghaziabad. That period has already passed away, and Twitter India has not responded so far to the summons from the investigating officer. They are, they taken the excuse of the Karnataka High Court's order, which has in fact stayed any sort of proceedings for the moment, and that's the reason why the UP government has now approached the High Court, saying that they want to actually, ask and question Twitter officials so that the investigation in that case could actually gain pace and can reach a logical conclusion. Bulandshahr too, an FIR has been filed, and in that case also I am hearing from my sources that summons or notices would be issued to Twitter officials to come and actually give their statement. So when that happens, we'll have to see. But the fact remains clear that the UP police is going to pursue the case very seriously, more so because the entire issue is also a subject of a lot of political heat. We have seen that how Twitter has been, at a sort of war with both with the center and the state government, initially not ready to comply with the new IT norms, the new law of this country. Then a step recently when they blocked the IT minister's Twitter handle for an hour on a different pretext. So all these things are also seen as provocation, and that's the reason I feel that even the state government and the center government is also in a mood to pursue the cases with full force against the Twitter, and that's the reason why you see UP police not letting down the guards and trying to push forward with the investigation in this case.
All right. Pranchu, I request you to stay with us. That heat over Twitter is only increasing because Manish Maheshwari, the Twitter India chief, also has another case against him now, booked in Uttar Pradesh in connection with the platform showing the wrong map of India. The FIR was registered on the complaint of Bajrang Dal leader Praveen Bhati in Bulandshahr. Now, the case has been registered under Section 5052 of the IPC and Section 74 of the IT Act. This time, the fresh row is, of course, on Twitter's webpage displaying a wholly distorted map of India where Jammu and Kashmir is shown as a separate country while Ladakh is shown as part of China.
ट्विटर ने एक अपनी कैरियर की वेबसाइट पर एक भारत का नक्शा विश्व के नक्शे में डाल रखा है जिसमें जम्मू कश्मीर और लद्दाख को भारत से अलग दिखाया गया है। तो ये भारत की अखंडता पर उनका हमला है। ये सोची समझी साजिश के तहत उन्होंने जानबूझ करके किया है। एक वैचारिक युद्ध पूरे विश्व के पटल पर वर्तमान में चल रहा है जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक साधनों के माध्यम से चल रहा है। तो उसमें जानबूझ करके भारत को अखंडता को छीन करने के लिए दृष्टि से कार्य किया गया है, जिसके खिलाफ मुकदमा के लिए तहरीर दी गई थी, मुकदमा दर्ज हो गया है, जिसमें ट्विटर को उसमें मैंने दोषी मान करके दिया गया था। ट्विटर के MD मनीष माहेश्वरी और इंडिया हेड अमृता त्रिपाठी को अभियुक्त बनाकर इसमें एप्लीकेशन।
श्री प्रवीण भाटी पुत्र श्री जगदीश भाटी निवासी मुरारी नगर खुर्जा द्वारा खुर्जा नगर थाने में एक शिकायती तहरीर दी गई थी, जिसमें उनके द्वारा अवगत कराया गया कि उनके द्वारा जब ट्विटर का प्रयोग किया जा रहा था तो उन्होंने देखा कि इसमें भारत के मानचित्र में जम्मू कश्मीर और लद्दाख को नहीं दर्शाया गया है। इससे उनकी भावना आहत हुई है, सभी देशवासियों की भावना आहत हुई है और यह मात्र संयोग नहीं है। उनकी इस तहरीर के आधार पर खुर्जा नगर थाने में सुसंगत धाराओं में अभियोग पंजीकृत किया गया है और उचित वैधानिक कार्रवाई की जा रही है। उनके द्वारा अपनी तहरीर में ट्विटर के 2 पदाधिकारियों को नामित किया गया है और उसी के अनुसार ये अभियोग पंजीकृत किया गया है।
After the furor, Twitter appears to have corrected the mistake at its end by showing an incorrect map of India. This was obviously an assault on India's sovereignty and its territorial integrity. It's not happened for the first time. But Twitter will have to answer, why is it that it is constantly running into such controversies, or why is it incorrectly showing India's boundaries, as also not complying with the laws of this land?
Right. Pranshu continues to be with us. Now, Pranshu, as far as displaying wrong map of the country is concerned, this is not even about being a platform or third party or content moderation, etc. You know, the new IT rules are really not a factor here. This is just illegal otherwise also according to IPC sections. And this continues to show that, you know, the fact that this is not the first time that India has kind of provoked India on territorial issues goes on to show that, you know, it is really asking for it when these FIRs are being filed, because this continues to happen repeatedly and they don't correct the map, they only remove it.
Yes, see, there is also, you know, another significant thing in the Bulandshahr FIR. So far in the past, we have several times reported on instance where, you know, cases has been filed against celebrities, film stars, even politicians for making some sort of a derogatory tweet or, you know, a communally sensitive tweet. So the FIRs were filed against the individuals who are using social media platforms for posting something that was concerned, that was considered to be against the social good. For the first time, such a FIR has been directly filed against the platform, the social media platform concerned itself, Twitter in this case. Now, in this particular FIR, the FIR has been filed by an individual against the particular tweet which would have been tweeted by some other individual using the social media platform of Twitter. And in that particular tweet, the map of India was distorted, was shown wrongly, and therefore the case has been filed against Twitter. Now, the pattern which can actually emerge is that since this FIR has been entertained against Twitter, so tomorrow don't be surprised that more such FIRs by individual people coming forward and being filed against Twitter. That also remains a possibility. So there is a difference between what has happened in Bulandshahr and what happened in Ghaziabad. In Ghaziabad, the local police filed a FIR against Twitter because Twitter failed to respond within the mandatory 24 hours after, you know, UP police's notice to take down certain tweets or red flag certain tweets. Twitter didn't do so, and therefore Ghaziabad police went ahead filing an FIR against the Twitter officials. In Bulandshahr case, it is an individual who felt aggrieved after seeing a particular tweet on a social media platform, and then he goes ahead and files the complaint against Twitter. So I think this, you know, this Bulandshahr case can lead to more FIRs coming against Twitter in probably in days to come.
All right, Pranshu, thanks a lot for breaking down all details for us. We'll continue to track all of this very, very closely. Time for a very short break here, but don't go anywhere. News and updates continue.